What's going on YouTube? It's your boy John B. Come back to you guys with a brand new haircut tutorial. So today I'm doing a mid-bald fade on my client right here. This is my cousin. But one thing you guys gotta know is I'm doing a video on him just because his head is really hard to cut. He has all types of lumps and bumps all over his head, and dips. So it's really hard to try to keep that gradiency of having it dark at the top and light at the bottom when it's skinned. So first I'm going to start off by trimming down the hair. He comes about once a month, once every 3 weeks if he feels like it. So I'm taking off around that length. I try to start from the middle and make my first guideline, and then work my way out from left side to right side just to make sure everything's even, and then cross check and do all of that just to make sure everything's even. So starting on this haircut, we're gonna do mid fade. So I'm using my soft trimmers, and by soft trimmers I mean that these are my liners that aren't zero gap, so it'll be easy to get that line out when you have to blend it. I was gonna make my first guideline, and I'm gonna drop it down just a little bit in the back just to keep it dark up the top. Next, I'm gonna be using my Babyliss Fx clippers, and I'm gonna use a number 2 guard all the way open, which is pretty much equivalent to a number 3. And usually I wouldn't go this long, but just because I want to keep the top dark, I'm gonna go with a longer clip. Next, I'm gonna use my no guard open clipper all the way open, and I'm making my next guideline. I'm trying to keep that guideline about an inch or a little bit less than an inch just to keep that blend tight. Then I'm gonna go with my Babyliss shaver, and I'm gonna go right below that guideline, but not all the way up to it. So this is a big key in skin fades and bald fades. Do not go up to that top line, just because you don't want to leave such a harsh bald line that you can't get out later, and you're gonna end up having to bring up the fade even higher than you want. Then, since I went with a long guard on top, I'm gonna use my Babyliss and slowly trim down those stray hairs that are sticking out, just to give the haircut a better shape. After that, I'm going with number 1.5 all the way open, and I'm gonna start blending downwards. So I'm going right below where I went with a number 2 guard, and just pretty much creating another base, but blending into it at the same time so you don't have to go back. Next, I'm going to start with the clipper all the way open, and I'm going to start blending downwards. So you're going to start with it open and slowly close it and go lower as you close it. So if that makes sense, you're going to start with it all the way open, go up to that guideline, go down a notch, close it a notch, and go a little lower than your last guideline. And you can see that that line blends out much faster than blending upwards, in my opinion. Next, I'm gonna go with my half guard, and same steps. I'm gonna go with it all the way open and slowly close it the closer I get to the bottom guideline. And as you can see, the line is already disappearing, and I probably just have to go on with using my number 1 and number 0.5 guard just to clean up. So here, as you can see, I'm using the number 1 guard, and I'm just cleaning up that last bit of darkness in those guidelines. Then after this, you're just gonna pretty much play with your lever, play with your guards, and if you see any dark spots, you just get rid of them. So like I said, my cousin does have a lot of dips in his hair. So when it comes to this part right here, I'm using my thinning shears because the guards weren't getting that darkness out. So you gotta find out different ways how to get some dark spots out. So here, see, I'm even using it on the fade because sometimes that's just what it takes. So on the other side of his haircut, I'm doing the same steps, but I'm just doing it in a different order. I want to show you guys that even though you don't go in the same order, as long as the product at the end still comes out the same, then that's all that matters. You guys got to play around with your steps and see what steps really suit your style best and what makes it fun for you. Just remember, we're in the barber industry. If you love to cut hair, then make it fun as possible so you don't feel like you're working. So moving on to the lineup. My cousin doesn't get the harshest lineup just because, like I said, his head does not really have the sharp head for the sharpest lineup. His hairstyle doesn't match to have the sharpest lineup. So I'm just gonna clean it up for a majority of the part and try to keep it not natural but just suitable for his style. So as you can see here, I'm not really even pushing him back or anything. I'm just getting all the hair that's sticking out, and my liner is just hidden, and they're just creating a nice little line right there. And basically that's pretty much the end of the haircut. I hope you guys really learned a lot. I know that this wasn't the most exciting haircut to go over just because my cousin doesn't have the best head, but I really wanted to emphasize on not everybody has a perfect head. You just try to give them the best haircut that you can do. And we're here when you line up. You guys should already know. You guys gotta stretch that skin just to give a good dry shave. I usually dry shave everyone just because I like the way it looks. Unless the hair is really stubborn, then I slap on some shave gel. But yeah, that's basically the end of the haircut. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna get these videos more often, so click that notification. And it's your boy John B. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm out.